Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all too long today, man. I'm gonna give y'all about 5 minutes to tap in, and we just gonna go in. Y'all see the subject matter, man. They ain't gonna like this one. Some people gonna get offended by this one, but I don't really care. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Gotta look deeper than the surface. So a lot of people gonna get in their feelings about this particular subject matter. But like I said, man, I don't really too much care, man. I ain't in this thing to make friends. I'm just out here to observe the truth, man, and spit it how I see it. So if you feel some type of way, so be it. It is what it is. But what's the word, man? How y'all living and feeling on this wonderful, what's today? Wednesday, on this wonderful Wednesday. How everybody living and feeling? Give y'all about 5-6 minutes, man, to tap in with the kid, man. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see what it is, man. We going hard today. Bobby, peace. What's happening with you? Ronaldo, peace. What's the word? What's the word? What's happening? How we living and feeling? Clocks in, peace, my brother. What's happening? What's the word? Lindell, peace. What's happening with you, my brother? What's the word? Yeah, we tapped in today. CEO, peace. What's happening? We tapped in. The crazy thing about it is when you talk about this particular subject matter, man, they gonna make it seem like we out here angry, we out here mad and whatnot. That ain't even what it is. Clocks in for sure. Rafi, peace. What's happening? What's happening? What's the word? Chaz, peace. What's happening? CC, peace. What's happening? Magic, what's happening? Clocks in. I already know that. I know they be hating on the kid. I already know. But right now we bearing witness to the agenda. We bearing witness to the agenda. Y'all know the agenda that I'm talking about. Them phasing the man out the equation. They've been pushing this for a minute. They've been executing this strategy for a very long time. So every time you see two women come together and one of them is pregnant, and this is national news, you know what I'm saying? Like that's part of that agenda. That's part of that. This is just the beginning. We're gonna see more and more of this. Give it time. We're gonna see more and more of this. If they can push it to where it looks like the man serves no purpose, even when it comes to birth, if they can phase us out of that, they have eliminated our purpose. So they believe, So this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. You about to see more and more of these cases. You about to see more and more of two women coming together, one of them being pregnant and a baby is born. You about to start seeing a lot more of that. And you about to start seeing a lot more of that with celebrities. You about to start seeing a lot more of this. Trust and believe it. Hobby C, peace, what's happening for sure. About to start seeing a lot more of it. And y'all know why we're going to see a lot more of it. Y'all already know. Jasmine, peace, queen, what's happening? About to start seeing a lot more of that, man. A lot more of it. Again, y'all already know what it is. Kurt, peace, what's happening for sure? Man, listen, that's why I try to tell people, you gravitating toward a lifestyle that it's like you subconsciously or indirectly letting us know how unnatural that lifestyle is. When you got two women that come together and they still want to go through the process of giving birth to a child and having a family, it's like you indirectly know that lifestyle is unnatural. Because the only way that you can really naturally go about that lifestyle is for a man and woman to come together. Straight up. But again, they trying to phase us out. They trying to make it look like, well, we don't need the man for this. So if you got people that's out here, like somebody told me a week ago when I made a certain post, and they was like, well, the only reason why we need each other in the first place is to procreate. So if you eliminate that, if you making it seem like you don't need the man for that, which you still do at the end of the day, but if you make it look like that on the surface, you win it. You win it. The agenda being pushed. Execution. Probably see 100%. 100%. They have been striving to eliminate us. That's why when you look at the prison statistics and all of that, like they've been striving to eliminate us. They assassinate us. They trying to remove us out of the picture. They don't want us to be in a lie. They don't want us to be with our women and things like that. They just trying to get rid of us, man. Point blank. Point blank. This is the agenda. This is the mission. And every time, like I said, every time we speak on it, everybody accuses us of all type of nonsense. Oh, well, why y'all hating on the Brat? Why y'all hating on them being pregnant? And why y'all so angry? Look at that, man. My joint, my camera just started tripping. But they be like, why y'all so angry? Like, Muzz ain't angry. Trust me. We just we just acknowledging what's happening. We just acknowledging what's happening. That's just what it is. You know, unfortunately, I seen a lot of sisters on Facebook and whatnot. You know, why y'all so mad at Brat being pregnant? Y'all should be happy for him and this, that, and the third. How y'all gonna tell us how we should respond to something? How y'all gonna tell us how we should respond to that? Maybe we not looking at it on a surface level. Maybe we looking at it on a deeper level, on a metaphysical level. You know what I'm saying? In regards to what they striving to push and promote. Maybe we looking at it like that. But I love it when people tell us what we should be. Anytime you disagree with this type of stuff, man, anytime you disagree with that lifestyle, people tell you, oh, you should be happy, or you shouldn't worry about how people live their lives and things like that. Whole while the person that's telling you shouldn't worry about it, they worrying about the lifestyle. They focused on it. You know, so they telling us what we shouldn't focus on, but they doing the same exact thing. They doing the same exact thing. So you can focus on it, but when I disagree, you know what I'm saying? When I disagree with it, I can't focus on it. I shouldn't be focused on it. That's interesting. That's interesting. But give me 1 second, y'all, man. Peace to everybody that's tapping in. Peace to everybody that's tapping in. Yeah, peace to everybody that's tapping in, man. Peace to everybody that's tapping in. We out here. I'm trying to find out because I forgot. Well, I didn't even see how she actually got pregnant. I don't know what process they went they went about in order for that to happen. So we about to see if we can find out. We about to see if we can find out, or if somebody know, they can put it in the chat. But I'm about to see if I can find something real quick on it. We about to settle that. Yeah, we about to hold on. Let's see if we can settle that, because I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know how they went about it. Somebody know, put that in the chat. Let us know. Because I didn't see anything about how it all went down. You know, if y'all know, Rafi, that's what, right, that's where I was at with it. But, you know, you know what I'm saying? You know how the world is now, man. They got all type of odd ways out here that Muzz could get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's where I was at with it. Because, you know, I think the Brat was pregnant way back when. You know what I'm saying? Like way back in the day. I think she lost a child or something, but I think she was pregnant way back in the day before she was homosexual, I believe. But I think she was pregnant way back in the day. Boom, peace. What's happening? Oh, Devontae, for sure. I'm trying to tell you, they trying to X them out. Or if they gonna have fathers, it's gonna be man and man. That's what they aiming for. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, if we gonna have a man in the household, it's gonna be two men. You know what I'm saying? That's what they aiming for. That's what they aiming for sure. But y'all about to start seeing a lot more of this, man. This is only the beginning. We about to start seeing a lot more of this nonsense. They want the black man completely out the picture. And when you start speaking like this in regards to somebody like the Brat being pregnant, everybody make it look like you're hating, everybody making it look like you're negative, this, that, and the third. People don't like the truth. You know, people do not like the truth, man. People don't like to hear it. What's it called? Confirmation bias, man. Everybody wants you to be happy for these folk. Each up, peace, what's happening? Ray, what's happening? Sylvetta, peace, what's happening? I ain't gotta be happy for them folk. That's what these children growing up confused. You know what I'm saying? You finna grow up, two mothers. That's unnatural. But then if somebody tell you that that's unnatural, they gonna get penalized. That's the world we live in. It's unnatural. It's not natural to have two mothers. But you know what I'm saying? They trying to change the narrative of what's natural and what's normal. That's what they on. They trying to shift the narrative. It ain't natural to have two fathers. It's just not. Dean, peace, what's happening? Even these religious folks, even these religions are starting to get soft, you know, because they don't want to offend that crowd of people. So some of these religions, they going against their doctrine. I'm talking about, you got cities that were destroyed because people was living like this. You know what I'm saying? Your religious doctrine don't approve of this lifestyle, but you got certain religions and religious folks and pastors and priests and things like that, because of the money. Accept these crowds, they're accepting these people in because they need that money, they need that support. So they going against their doctrine. When they doctrine is letting you know that nah, this ain't it. FH, peace, what's happening? It's good. Y'all heard it here first, or y'all might have heard it somewhere else first, or y'all might have even said it first yourselves. This just the beginning. We about to see a lot more of that. Bobby, true peace, what's happening? We about to see a lot more of that. Like, for real. Shout out to my brothers out here. It's a big time one. We got to stand up and we got to rep for the masculinity out here. Us black brothers, man, us black men, we got to rep. You know, and shout out to the sisters that ain't falling for this nonsense out here. You know, shout out to the sisters that ain't falling for it. Unfortunately, for the sisters that's not falling for all the nonsense out here, y'all are completely outnumbered, because there are a ton of sisters that be co-signing this garbage. You know, so shout out to the sisters that don't co-sign this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all, because y'all are completely outnumbered. You know, us brothers know it's a war on us. So we gonna come together in that regards, because we all understand that. We could disagree with a bunch of other stuff, but we understand it's a war on black men. It's a war on black masculinity. We all understand that no matter what our different beliefs is, we all can come together and agree on that. You know, but hey, unfortunately, a lot of sisters be co-signing this garbage. You know, a lot of these sisters be co-signing, you know, the homosexual men out here. You know what I'm saying? They best friend be that homosexual dude that be extra flamboyant and whatnot, man, and thinking it's cute. You know what I'm saying? To dress their son up like a woman and got him dancing like a little girl and whatnot. Like, that stuff ain't cute. You know, and I be seeing that from sisters like, man, that is not cute. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son is the man of the house. No, you know what I'm saying? Like that. You're referring to your son as your man. Little stuff like that, man. Like, you stuff be weird out here. You know, so shout out to the sisters that ain't contributing to that. Shout out to the sisters that's not contributing to that nonsense. Much respect to y'all, because y'all completely outnumbered. I'm trying to tell you, y'all are completely outnumbered. You know what I mean? For real. For real. Like, every time I look up, man, and start seeing these little boys, man, I see how the moms be dressing them up, putting them all on TikTok, Facebook, got them dancing all type weird, got them dressing like them, all type of nonsense be going on out here, man. It's sick. It's sick. Right, 100%. And that's the messed up part. See, we got to look at the symbolism behind everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to look at it. It's just that deep. It's that deep. But again, when you start looking at it like that, that's what people tell you. Oh, you thinking too deeply about it. No, we not. Y'all ain't thinking deep enough. Y'all ain't thinking deep enough. Hey, Chaz, for sure. I'm trying to tell the path, like, just enlightenment. You know, that path. You know, looking beyond the surface. Like, it's, man, I'm trying to tell you, it's definitely lonely. Definitely a lonely road. Definitely. You know, when you start speaking like this, man, you're gonna have a lot more people that just despise you, you know, for standing on what you stand for. You know, they're gonna despise you because you're not conforming to society and their garbage standards. FH, you say, I'm not for the feminine males whatsoever. Bring masculinity back. 100%. 100%. Like I said, when we speak on that, it is a problem. It is a problem. They act like this is not happening. They act like they not trying to feminize the black man. They act like they haven't been striving to do this for a very long time. They have, and they are succeeding. That's why we have a bunch of overly emotional guys, because the agenda has been in effect for a minute. Devontae, exactly. And notice when y'all start seeing a lot of these, when it ain't man and man, woman and woman, when y'all start seeing a black man, when y'all start seeing some of these celebrity couples with the black man and black women, they make it look like the woman is leading. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman is the head every time. You know what I'm saying? The Rihanna and the ASAP Rocky, bow. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, bow. You know, that's why I almost can about shout out LeBron, because LeBron's situation ain't necessarily that case. But man, every other time you look up and it be the black man and black woman, they got the black man looking all feminine, looking all soft, looking all whack. That's how they do us. So we got to pay attention to that. We got to pay attention to that when we bear witness to it, when we see it. Because I'm gonna give y'all an example here in a minute. Yeah, Savetta, yeah, they was extra excited. They don't even be excited for their own family members. You know what I'm saying? When people in their family get pregnant, but they excited for that. They was excited to see these two black women come together and one of them is pregnant. Like, they was extra excited. I don't hear them be that excited for their own family members, man. Hey, MC for sure. Man, Magic, I hear it all the time. I get that all the time. That's why that's unfortunately one of the reasons why I don't be saying much these days. Oh, you thinking too deep about it. Oh, you this, that, and the third. Oh, you speaking hatred. Man, it's like, dude, if y'all really sit here and think I hate the Brat and them, or you think I hate these people, that's hilarious. I just disagree with some things. That's it. I can disagree with some things and still be at peace, still be joyful, whatever the case may be. Just disagree with some things. That don't mean I'm a miserable individual. Like most think you living in misery because you choose to speak the truth. No, I'm not living in misery. I just choose to live the truth. I choose to look at things, not like I choose to look beyond that surface. But I'm not miserable though. Not miserable at all. Jeff, for sure, 100%. And going back and forth about it too. Chris, they hate it. They hate it. Sylvetta, I'm trying to tell you, and again, like I said, when we bring up just how unnatural that is. Like, if you want to be with another woman, bam, cool. But understand, like, when y'all start trying to have families and things, bro, that's not normal. It's not. If you want to listen, if you want to create a family, man, woman, come together, boom, give birth to child. That's the natural order of things. That's letting you know how much of a mental illness this could be. You want a family, but you want to go about it in an unnatural way. It doesn't make any sense. The way to bring about this family, the natural way to bring about this family is for man and woman to come together, engage in the act. Boom. That's how you procreate. So you want to choose a lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to gravitate towards a lifestyle to where that can't even happen, but yet you still want that result. You confused. If I'm going to choose a lifestyle that naturally wouldn't result in a child being born, then I need to accept that. Like, I need to accept that. Like, boom, I'm gravitating toward this lifestyle. This lifestyle does not result in a child being born. That is something that I should accept. Nah, we forcing these kids into these type of households and whatnot. And then my favorite argument, because I already know what y'all gonna say. I already know what y'all gonna say. Every time you bring that up in regards to a kid being brought up in these unnatural households, everybody likes to say, well, it's better they be brought up in that type of household if it's financially stable compared to a heterosexual household where it's toxic. Y'all say that as if a person such as myself never addresses those situations. Man, we always building on how to clean up the relationship between black men and black women. So we not neglecting that. You know what I'm saying? So we could address all these things, best believe. So when we tell you a child is being forced to accept that unnatural lifestyle, we not saying that and neglecting the fact that we got some toxicity to deal with amongst the heterosexual relationships and couples and individuals that's bringing children into this world. So we addressing all of that. That don't take away from the fact that now you are forcing a child to accept an unnatural position. You can't have two mothers. You cannot have two fathers. It's just, that's not how that goes. That's not natural. That's not normal. And it shouldn't be a crime for me to say that. But it is, though. If I simply tell a child that is not normal, then now I'm getting penalized, and now everybody want to hang me or nail me to the cross because I told you that's not normal. And it is not. It's just literally not. It's not natural. MC for sure. You know, and these individuals were with dudes in it. You know what I'm saying? Candace Parker had a child with Sheldon Williams, another basketball player from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But y'all swear up and down we was born that way and all this type of stuff. That's what's up. That's what you want to choose to believe. Like now in 2023, you might as well throw that whole we was born this way out the window, because now it ain't even you influenced. You have been turned out. I know for a fact, man. I know some people. I've literally heard homosexual women, lesbians, tell me in my face that they do not like gay women. They specifically target straight women in attempts to turn them out. I've talked about this before, but I've literally had lesbian women tell me that to my face. Like, to my face. They have told me, like, nah, I don't like other gay women. I like straight women. How convoluted, twisted, sadistic is that? Not only are you about to choose this lifestyle or gravitate towards this lifestyle, now you're not even attracted to the individuals that have gravitated toward the same lifestyle. You are attracted to the individuals that are opposed to that lifestyle, and you trying to convert them over. How sick is that? And I know some gay dudes that's on the same type of time. They don't like other gay men. They like straight men. I have heard this, man. I have been told this to my face. That's how sick the game is. So in 2023, man, stop playing with me. You got homosexual individuals that's preying on straight individuals, trying to turn them out. But then we get mad about beat one of them to death. Now it's a hate crime. Man, leave me alone. E-Shep, man, for sure, man. A lot of us subconsciously know what it is. We just choose to remain ignorant. Dean, I've been trying to tell people, man, I've been trying to load up the UFO to go to Mars for a minute. I've been trying to load up the UFO for a minute to hit Mars up. I'm trying to tell you. We live, listen, man, listen. We live we done had what 5 mass extinctions on the planet Earth. We living in the 6th one right now. We living in it right now. The 6th one. We in that period right now. The 6th mass extinction, and we seeing it. We seeing it. Y'all can look it up. Y'all can look it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look what I'm saying up. We living in it right now. Like we destroying the world, and in return, we gonna wipe ourselves out. So it's all part of it's all a part of it. Like they tell you, the 6th mass extinction is going to be due to human activity. They told you that. The 6th mass extinction, which we are living in right now, it will be caused by human activity. Human activity, meaning we gonna wipe ourselves out. That is currently what's happening. That's currently what happened. We done had ice ages. We didn't have it to where the climate then wiped us out. Now the 6th one, we gonna wipe ourselves out due to all of this nonsense that's going on. I'm trying to tell you, we living in that period right now. We living in that period, right? We living out that period right now. This is a fact. You know, I deal with science. I deal with all of that, man. We didn't had periods of mass extinctions. 5 that have been recorded. We in the 6th. It's happening. It's happening. Lindell, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, call Trump all of what you want to call Trump, but I respect Trump more than these folks that be kissing up to all these groups because they trying to get their support and they trying to get their money and whatnot. I'm gonna respect anybody that speak the truth, even if part of that truth is them saying they don't like me. Hey, you speaking your truth, I accept that. I ain't mad at anybody that speak their truth unapologetically. I ain't mad at anybody that speak their truth unapologetically. I am not mad at you. We need more people to do that. Bobby True, hell, very confused. Bobby C, 100%. And that's part of the agenda. That's part of how we gonna wipe ourselves out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of it. TRKR, peace. What's happening? Chaz, exactly. Man plus woman equals life. That is woman plus child equals confusion. Man plus child equals confusion. How do you we got to teach this to a child? Like a child has to grow up and witness this. Like, man, they got a mother and father and I got 2 fathers. This don't make any sense. Like a child, it's not going to make any sense. It's not going to make any sense. You know, it's not going to make any sense. As it should. Dream Supreme, peace. What's happening? Sylvetta, man, I'm trying to tell you. I can't stand. We speak, but like I say, we speak on it and we get demonized and whatnot. We supposed to just accept everything. We can't disagree with anything. We supposed to live in a world. We supposed to be yes men to everything that's happening. We can't disagree with anything. Well, that's why people such as myself exist. I'm gonna disagree with some things. Crippin' 2 times my brother. What's happening? King repeats. What's happening? And for sure, y'all confirming what like I said, I done been told straight up to my face that some of these homosexual individuals don't like other homosexual individuals. They like straight individuals. Like come on, man, like for real, that's foul. Stop that. Because again, you're gonna walk up on the wrong straight individual and get your head knocked off. But then we get accused of a hate crime. You know what I'm saying? If you a gay man and you tell me to my face that you don't like other gay men, you like to pursue straight men, well, when you walk up on the wrong straight guy that ain't going for none of that, you might get knocked out. And if you get knocked out, now I'm looking like it's a hate crime. Oh, yeah, he knocked him out. Nah, don't play with me. You know, we could kill each other all day. We could kill each other all day, and they don't make nothing of it. But you let you punch one of these gay dudes in the face for coming on to you after you done told them no. Now it's a hate crime. Like that's funny to me. I done told you, man, stop playing. We don't play like that, and you keep playing. Then you haul off and hit one of these dudes for playing with you like that, for trying. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a hate crime. Now you got to, it's a hate crime, but you can go kill another brother and about get away with it. Nobody think nothing of it. Tony Black, peace. What's that? James Ross, man, I'm trying to tell you, and when you look at the what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, you know what I'm saying? We all know the story there. We all know what happened. Moni Peace Queen, what's happening? FH, I'm trying to tell you, they don't want that strong masculine representation within the media. Like they don't want that. They don't want a black man being strong in the media. It's not happening. It's not they don't like every now and then one might slip through the cracks, but they don't like that. They don't like that, man. They don't like for that to be displayed. Because I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of a show that just recently came out that was based on an old movie. Hold on, y'all know I be having to respond to folks. But yeah, I'm finna give y'all a prime example. That Best Man joint. If y'all have not seen that, I might spoil it. But The Best Man, if you my age and older, you know the original movie. It was two movies, I believe, and then they came out with the series, like the little final chapter, the series. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched the final chapter or the series, and lo and behold, they had to incorporate some homosexuality within that. Morris Chestnut's character, his son turns out to be gay and whatnot. All this whole pronoun thing. Someday he wake up and feel like he want to be a girl. Sometimes he wake up and feel like he want to be all that. You know what I'm saying? At first, Morris Chestnut wasn't rocking with it, which would be on some black, like how my father would have been type deal. But of course, they couldn't let that ride, and they had to make that man look like the evil villain because he wasn't rocking with it. Made that man look like the evil villain, and eventually he had to come around. You know what I'm saying? He had to come around. Just look how they just made that man look like the evil villain. And then to go deeper though, before he was even an evil villain, he was just out here, he's saying he lost his wife and he was just out here doing all this, dealing with all these women and this, that, and the third. Then his son comes out, oh, I'm this. And then now he don't fool with it, just like the old school masculine man would have been. And they was like, nah, we can't have that. You wrong. And what was that? Nia Long's character, and she was just all accepting of course. Of course. This is real life. This is real life. More like Lance, as he was in the show, that's exactly how my pops would have responded to something like that back in the day. Like they used to, boys play with these toys. Young girls play with these toys. Like that's how I was raised. So now y'all finna tell us how we was raised was toxic? Nope. Y'all ain't, we ain't going. We ain't going. We ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised by old school traditional man, men. Like, hey, boys don't play, like boys, they don't play with that. Boys play with these type of toys. This is how we do it. Like this is how we do it. Now you can't do that. Now you can't say stuff like that. Chaz, I'm trying to tell you, I instantly get annoyed. Instantly get annoyed. Instantly. It annoys me every time. Like all these shows, but we already know we already know they basically own Hollywood. It's a lot. When you look at the boulets and you look at these sex parties and all that go on in Hollywood, this is prominent in Hollywood. So you got a lot of homosexuality in Hollywood. You got a lot of pedophilia. You got all of this in Hollywood. So it really doesn't surprise me. But like every script, like the script can't get approved unless it has that element in it. The script, your script is not getting approved if it doesn't have that element within it. It is not. It's not happening. You need to, hey, I fool with this script, but you got to make somebody homosexual. You gotta do it. Or they got to identify the pronoun something. You got to include that in your script, even if it don't even make any sense, even if it don't fit. You got to include it. I remember the original Best Man. That wasn't a part of that. So why even include that, man? That wasn't a part of that. No need for you to even insert that. Let it go. That was so unnecessary in that whole show. It was very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like that didn't even need to be in that joint, but it was though. And man, I don't even want to get started on that, but it did not need to be included, and yet there it was. But we already know. But everybody wants to tell me, oh, TV, these music, all this, it can't make your kid do anything. It can't raise your child. Trust me, it can influence. It not even can, it does. If you don't think it can, you need to study some more. You need to study. If you don't think music can influence your actions, if you don't think the TV can influence your ways and actions, I'm sorry, I feel sorry for you. You are totally lost. You are totally blind to like the actual truth. Like for real. These people that put these programs together know that. They know what they doing. Phil, appreciate the cash out. But yeah, they know what they doing. We some of the only fools that believe that it's not possible. Oh man, music can't raise a child. Music can't influence. Music can't make a child do this. It ain't about making somebody do anything. I say this all the time. It's not about making you do anything. It's about influence. If you understand subliminal messaging, if you understand marketing in general, it's not about making you do anything. It's not about force, because they know the only thing that gets met with force is resistance. So they don't want to force. They can't force you. They don't even want to force you to do something. They don't want to do that. That's not the tactic that they're going to utilize. It's all psychology. They're going to manipulate your mind, and they're going to create a desire in your mind for this lifestyle, for this product, using subliminal messaging and subliminal marketing tactics. That's how they do it. Then next thing you know, you wake up and you gravitating towards something and don't even realize why and how. They have manipulated your mind. This is how they do it. They not ever going to try to force you to do anything because they know you're going to resist it. They know you're going to resist it. Force is not a good marketing method. They don't use force. It's all manipulate. They use manipulation, propaganda, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like propaganda. It was a book by dude Edward Bernays, I believe. Back in the day, I'm talking about early 1900s. The book is called Propaganda. If you haven't read that book, get the book. He lets you know how the media manipulates the mind of the masses. I got a book called Manipulation of the Masses. It's behind me somewhere. They let you know how they tamper with the media to manipulate the minds of the masses, to sway public opinion. Like they admitting that they doing this, and we want to sit here and say, well, that's not possible. They are telling you that they do this. Like that's the part that's hilarious to me. Somebody will argue with me up and down and say music can't make you do this. The TV can't make you do this. Whole while the people that then created all of this telling you as an actual fact that this is what's happening. They are literally admitting this to you. Truth in plain sight. They will come out and they will tell you that this is what they are doing. And we will still sit here and say, no, that ain't true. They can't do that. They can't influence your mind. They can't do this. They can't do it. And yes, they can. And yes, they have. Yes, they are. And one of the biggest marketing tactics, y'all already know, is called repetition. The more you see something, the more it gets embedded into your subconscious mind. So the more we start seeing woman and woman coming together having babies, the more we accept that as the new norm. That's why I say we about to see more and more of it. You know what I'm saying? The more and more we see of all of this stuff, the more we start to accept it because our subconscious mind is resonating subconsciously with us. So repetition is king. That's why we got to keep, that's why every time you turn the TV on and watch a show, they putting it in the show. So that's how it became the new norm overnight. Repetition. 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 They use repetition. You know, they use repetition. And then what they say, my man's dead. My man's M1 from Dead Prayers got a lyric, man. You can't fool all the people all of the time. But if you fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. So that's why they start getting celebrities. They use celebrities to promote certain lifestyles. Because you can't fool all the people all of the time. But if you fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. So if I could go get Lil Wayne to co-sign something, most of the people that's following Lil Wayne about to co-sign it. So if I can get Lil Wayne to go rock the red boots, guess what? It's going to be some people that look up to Lil Wayne and say, well, if Lil Wayne rocking them, they can't be too bad. Let me go get the red boots. Because we can't fool all the people all the time, but if we fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. They know that. That's why they always use celebrities, use public figures to push certain agendas. They got to do that. They got to do that. Like they go, hey, LeBron, I need you to do this Sprite commercial. LeBron don't even drink Sprite. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably don't even drink the soda. But I need you to do this commercial for me, LeBron. We need to sell this soda to the masses, right? We know you don't drink soda. We know you tight on your diet. But I need these people. We gonna pay you a few mil to go ahead and promote this product that you don't even fool with. So we gonna get LeBron. We gonna get LeBron to promote the soda that he don't drink. Got all the kids drinking the soda, being unhealthy. We gonna get Beyonce and Sierra, two married women, to promote single lifestyles. All my single ladies. This, that, and the third. You married in a mug, kids and everything, and you out here putting out music for single folk. That's what we gonna do. Like, make that make any sense? So now you can't even get the married women to put out music that promotes the lifestyle. You even got the married women putting out the music to promote the single lifestyle. What is that doing? What is that doing? Please make that make sense. What is that doing? Again, you can't fool all the people all the time. If you fool the right one, then the rest will fall behind. Chris, you talking about that joint by Napoleon Hill? If so, for sure. Spiritual Snipes. You know, I'm 100% here. That's why I be telling people all the time. If y'all don't think it's a science to music and frequencies, y'all ain't in tune with your ancestors. Your ancestors knew it was power in the rhythm. It was power in the beat of a drum. They use the drum. They use music for healing purposes. They use sounds and frequencies for healing purposes. So our ancestors knew the power of music, of sound, instrumentation, of lyrics. That's why they would do chants and things like that, because they knew and understood the power behind these things. We just somehow lost that understanding. We didn't lost that understanding totally. We didn't lost it. Our ancestors knew it. The African drum, y'all know all about it. Our ancestors know about the power of rhythm, music, instrumentation, like lyrics, like words. We understand that. And we understand that it can influence things. It can shift things. But apparently now that's out. That ain't true. Man, come on. Like, y'all gotta stop playing, man. Y'all gotta wake up, open them eyes, man. Omar, peace, appreciate the cash out. But y'all gotta open them eyes, man. Y'all gotta open them eyes. All three of them eyes, for sure. Devontae, man, for sure. And man, you know, y'all know me. I get on this joint, boy. It's fuck the government all day over here. You know, I didn't wrote that on Facebook plenty of times just to let them know, just in case they forgot that I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's middle finger to the government around here. But y'all know we fool with government because of Stockholm syndrome. Our government ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we fool with them though. We accept everything that they tell us on the surface. We accept it. We accept all the agendas. We don't question anything. They got us right where they want us. You know, they got us right where they want us. We eat the foods out here that they supply to us, the trash foods. We don't question anything. We don't do it. We'll rather live in ignorance because somebody that told you ignorance is bliss. No, it is not. Ignorance is ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance is not bliss. It's not at all. Ignorance is ignorance. And I'm not living in that ignorant state. Tony Black, capoeira, for sure. I got a book behind me about capoeira, man, for sure. Like, man, so much. Listen, don't even get me started on stuff like capoeira. Don't get me started on like martial arts and how these things, how we done got disconnected from these things. Like we ain't created all. We done got disconnected from all of this. Poppy C. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I used to say this on Facebook all the time. It's literally in the Constitution. Like this is how they put the truth in plain sight. It's literally in the Constitution. It's written in the Constitution. They have literally told you in the Constitution that if we in fact came together, we could easily live how we want to live, like the powers in the people. It's literally in the Constitution. But they knew that if they brainwashed us enough, for one, we wouldn't even read the Constitution, and for two, we wouldn't come together. We wouldn't come together. Like it's in the Constitution where we actually have power. If we actually read it and we actually put things into motion. Like for real. You know, but again, man, I'm not, hey, we gotta deal in truth. We gotta wake folks up. You know, we gotta wake folks up, and those of us that's waking up, we gotta stick together. You know, we gotta support one another, stick together. Because y'all already know when you start to wake up to certain realities, and if you getting on platforms, if you speaking any of this truth, you already know what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna last too long as far as like your page being up. I'm on my 3rd Facebook page, you know what I'm saying? I got like 10 different YouTube channels, you know what I'm saying? But I'm settling on this one. Man, they didn't threaten me and all type of stuff back in the day. All type of, man, you can't speak the truth in any realm. You know what I'm saying? In any realm. You speak the truth about food, you know, the health industry, medicine, all that, the pharmaceutical industry, they got to take you down. You speak the truth about history, they got to take you down. You speak the truth about economics and finance, they got to shut you down. You know what I'm saying? You speak the truth about science, psychology, they got to shut you down. Like, nah. You speak the truth about the media, public relations, they got to shut you down. Got to shut you down. They got to shut you down. They got to shut you down. They gonna kill all the healers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that when those holistic healers and whatnot, holistic practitioners start dying and whatnot, dying mysteriously and all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that period? Y'all remember that period of time? So we got to keep our eyes on folks when they start speaking certain truths, because for one, you will start seeing a person just like it seemed like they fell off the face of the earth. You know, they'll be active on a platform for a minute, and then next thing you know, you stop seeing them. Man, y'all better stay on them type of individuals because they doing something to them. They doing something to you. They doing something to that person, I should say. Person was just real active. I'm talking about speaking all truth. Next thing you know, you done stop seeing them. Where they go? So you gotta follow these people. Like legitimately gotta follow these people. Because they gonna try to get rid of them so quick and so smooth. For real. DJ Elmo for sure. Straight deleted. And it's like you look up, like I say, you look up one day, like, man, what happened to such and such? And man, they dead. And you ain't even know it. You know, they start removing all their content, man. They got slick ways that they can make a person, like they can make a person be forgotten. You know, you look up, all their content is deleted off of YouTube. You go to their Facebook page gets banned. That person becomes a forgotten memory. Next thing you know, that person that fell off the face of the planet. For real. Bobby, peace, what's happening? Daquan, man, organization is a big time must. Organization and then execution. You know, and then protection. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to protect the investment. We got to protect the organization. So we organize, but we ain't got nothing to protect the organization, aka a military, then we done. It don't matter if we organize or not. If we don't got anything to protect it, it's pointless. You know, so a military is essential. A military is essential. You know, that's why I was telling people, man, when I was talking about a curriculum for school, you know, I was like, man, they need to like self-defense and all that, man, should be mandatory in regards to like elementary school, grade school, whatever you call it. Like that should be mandatory. Like all the babies, all the kids should learn self-defense. That's common sense to me. Like everybody should learn a self-defense or whatnot, you know, at a very young age. That should be part of the curriculum automatically. And you know what's crazy? I got backlash when I had said that. Something I thought was common sense. I was like, man, the school curriculum is garbage. You know what I'm saying? I started breaking down things that should be taught. The crazy thing about it is when I said that, Muzz was like, it ain't the school's responsibility. It's the teacher. It's the parents' responsibility. And I'm like, that sounds cool and whatnot. But I said, what's the point of school? If we not learning anything that's essential in life in school, what is the point? Why shouldn't I be able to why shouldn't I be able to send my child off to school and they at least learn how to survive? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what school should be about. Now, again, this is hypothetical. I understand the school system that we in ain't made for us because it wasn't made by us. But hypothetically speaking, if we came together and created a school system, man, we gonna teach the essentials of how to survive. That's what school should be for. That's what it should. Man, I shouldn't be going to school playing volleyball in gym. Like that don't even. What I'm gonna use that for? How am I gonna use that in my life? So the point of school, man, at least when I get done with school, I should know how to survive on my own. So like when y'all say, oh, it's up to the parent, like that's cool and whatnot. Yeah, that's cool. But what is the point of school? What is the point? Now we know how they utilize in school to indoctrinate us, but when you eliminate that and you get like we came together and created the school, what would be the point of the school? If all of us on this stream or chat came together and said we're gonna create a school and we're gonna create a curriculum, what would be the point? So that we can teach these children the essentials of life so that they can survive and thrive out in this world, out in society. So when we come together with that agreement, then we gonna agree on a curriculum that teaches all the things that we feel like is essential for them to survive. Financial literacy, self-defense, proper history, proper nutrition, things like that. We gonna teach them how to think, not what to think. Simple. Real simple. How to grow your food. Like this is real simple stuff here. This is real simple. If we all came together and we say we're gonna create this school, I guarantee y'all we would have a much different curriculum because we're gonna teach these children things that they can use in real life, in real time, not nonsense. School should be, listen, school should be in existence to make the parents' lives a little easier. Like, yeah, all right, I sent my child off to school for 5-6 hours and they got the proper knowledge. So now when they come together, when they come to me, I can still teach them things that I want to teach them, you know, but the village that I sent them off to taught them everything they need to know. You know, anything I teach them is extra, but now I can focus more on loving and understanding the child, things like that. Unfortunately, now when you send them off to school, now you got to deprogram them. Like, yeah, you sat in school for 6-7 hours, but everything they taught you was pretty much nonsense. Here's the truth. That's how you got to treat a black child. That's how y'all treat the black child. Like, yeah, we're gonna send you off to school, but don't believe most of the stuff they telling you. I gotta teach you the truth when you get to the crib. Like that's how we gotta live, unfortunately. That's the unfortunate reality. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to send you off to this school, get this little piece of paper, you know what I'm saying? But like most of the stuff they teaching you is a lie. But you gotta be forced to sit in them classes. And then if you can't sit in the classes, like if you can't act right, then you're gonna get misdiagnosed with ADHD, ADD, all this type of good stuff. Then they're gonna put you on some medication that's gonna destroy you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a messed up world out here. They're gonna say, oh, your child has a problem sitting still. And it's because you teaching them some BS, and then you also teaching them the BS in a boring fashion. You know what I'm saying? So of course. But now they're gonna say, oh, he got ADHD. Give him the Ritalin, give him this medication. Now you messing up the brain of this brilliant child. Now you messing up the brain of this brilliant child because you teaching them stuff that they can't relate to, and you boring, and it's not hands-on. This young black boy has testosterone, so he gotta move. So now he getting penalized for being a young boy. You know what I'm saying? He's not designed for the most part to be sitting down for 6 hours listening to you talk about lies. You know what I'm saying? Like the boy got testosterone. He needs to get up. He needs to do some hands-on activity. But you force him to sit down for so long and then penalizing him when he's moving and say and misdiagnose him and say he got ADHD, ADD. That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up for sure. Like that's what it is, man. Y'all know I'll be multitasking. I'll be multitasking. I gotta respond to clients and all that while I'm out here. You know, we always working. We always working. But yeah, Antoinette, Peach Queen, what's happening? FH, you say that's why you homeschool. That's what we really gotta strive to do out here until we build more schools. Hey, Superman, for sure, man. Listen, yeah, don't even get me started on the Pledge of Allegiance. You know, to the Republic for which it stands. Like they had us out here reciting that garbage. Prescription, peace, God, what's happening? For sure. Happy born day to the Father. Peace. Pledge allegiance to that trash flag. You know what I'm saying? Like that flag is garbage. That flag, that red, white, and blue don't represent me at all. I used to get into it all the time with, you know what I'm saying, the military folk that acting like they fight for my freedom. Boy, they used to get mad when I used to speak on that. I say, boy, you ain't fighting for me at all. You ain't fighting for my freedom at all. Don't even get it misconstrued. I have no problem saying that. I don't care if you feel disrespected or I don't care because that's not what you're doing, fam. I didn't study politics way too long to be sitting around here being bamboozled, thinking that you over here fighting for my freedom. That ain't what's happening. That is not what's happening. That's not what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like that is literally not what you're doing. Just go do the knowledge to 9/11 and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? When they bombed the towers. You know, just do the knowledge to George Bush and his relationship with the folks that they had thinking was the enemies. Let's do the knowledge to that, man. Do the knowledge to things like Al Qaeda and how they was trained on U.S. military bases. They was trained by us. These enemies were trained by us. They trained by us. But you fight for my freedom though. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? So they used to get on my head when I used to say that. Oh, you ain't fighting for my freedom, player. Not at all. Don't think you did me a favor by going overseas and fighting that war that they created. Don't think you did me any favor. Please don't think you did me any favor. Leave me up out of that one. Please leave me up out of that. Don't go overseas and fight in the war and think you fighting for me. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Tony, peace. What's at it? Zaru, peace. Appreciate that. Appreciate the cash app. I mean, not the cash app, the donation. Zaru, you say, hold up. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. And yeah, I got the IG, Almighty Vegan, man. Type in Almighty Vegan on IG, ALLMIGHTY Vegan. Or you could just type in my name. And you'll see it. Eric Bell, you'll see me on that joint. Prodigal Son, peace, what's happening? But here go the email though. I'm gonna type that joint for you real quick. FH, I'm trying to thank you for your service. Like, man, listen. Again, if you get offended by what I said, it's on you. But don't make it look like you went and fought for me. Like, be quiet with that, man. You're not fighting for my freedom, man. Like, please don't say that, because I'm gonna hurt your feelings with my response. If you looking for me to bow down to you, be like, thank you for your service. If that's what you looking for me, you ain't gonna never get that. Sorry to tell you, you ain't gonna never get that from me. Thank you for your service. Nope. In due time, we gonna break down how they orchestrated a lot of these wars. We gonna break down how they was behind a lot of these wars. But again, had you thinking these folks was the enemy, I'll never forget, like I said, they had us fearing Muslims. They had people legitimately thinking Muslims were the enemy. Legitimately thinking that. And then I used to, man, my goodness. That was a very funny time to be alive. They had folks in America looking at Muslims like Muslims gonna listen, like they gonna blow up every plane that they own. Whole while, when we really sit here and do the knowledge to all the people that have been killed under all these religions that we subscribe to here in Western America, that was hilarious to me. That was hilarious to me. Warren, every time you saw somebody with the beard and they had the, you know what I'm saying? Like, we looked at them like, oh my gosh, they about to blow something up. That's how they had us looking at them. I remember that clear as day. I remember it like it was yesterday. But again, that shifted public perception. 9/11, all that shifted public perception. Before that, you wasn't looking at Muslims crazy. You wasn't looking at them like that. You might look at them and be like, all right, whatever. But after that happened, you was looking at Muslims, you was afraid. You would get on a plane and you would see a Muslim, and now you afraid. You think the plane going down. Just that quick public perception has shifted. They know what they be doing. Randy, and it's crazy you mentioned that, because they always say the Nation of Islam are not real Muslims. So that'd be the funny part about it, you know? And shout out to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali say, well, I ain't finna fight these Viet Congs. Viet Cong ain't never did nothing to me. So why I'm finna go over there fighting them? My enemy right here in America. And he was right and exact. It's just funny to me how we was out, even when we was enslaved and they was just raping our women and killing, we still fighting for them. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny that we were enslaved by these folks. Here, we were enslaved by them. I'm talking about they were raping our women. They were impregnating our women. They were beating our women. They were killing us. All of this was going on here in the United States, and they had the audacity to make us think another country was the enemy. That is the biggest, that's most mind-boggling thing in history to me. They were doing that to us here and still convinced us that the enemy was in another country. Go talk, if you got a grandparent that's still alive, that's in their 80s and 90s, they picked the cotton. They were not picking the cotton because of Muslim. It wasn't a Muslim that made them pick the cotton. It was a white Christian guy. And they was burning crosses and putting them in their yards. These were not Muslims doing this. But somehow they can convince you that there is an enemy in another country. That's always been crazy to me when I analyze that. The enemy was right here the whole time. The enemy's right here, but they didn't convince us to go fight a war overseas. But in fear of us retaliating against them here. That's always been hilarious to me. You know, when they need our assistance to go defeat some enemy overseas, then okay. But they know what they be doing. They know what they be doing. You know, but but again, I start speaking like this is a problem. But who was the enemy? When your ancestors were getting enslaved, who was the enemy? It wasn't a Muslim, was it? It wasn't a Muslim. These white men, these European men and families that were enslaving your ancestors were not atheists. They were not Muslims. They were Christians. They were Catholics. They were Lutherans, Protestants, all of that. They was all of that. They wasn't Muslims. Like, let's get real here. Let's be real. Like, let's be real. Who was your enemy? Who was your ancestors' enemy? Your great-grandfather. Who was his enemy? It was not somebody overseas, fam. It was the white guy that was here in the wilderness of North America. That was his enemy. That was his enemy. That was the enemy. Somebody tell me I'm lying. That was the you study history back when your ancestors existed and was picking cotton. Who was his enemy at the time? Who was her enemy at the time? Somebody let me know. Prodigal son, my brother, appreciate the cash out. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know who the enemy was. In 1850, who was the black man's enemy? In 1875, who was the black man's enemy? In 1920, who was the black man's enemy? In 1950, 1960, who was the black man's enemy? Come on, man. Like, come on. This wasn't too much. This wasn't too long ago, man. This wasn't too long ago. Oh, how we have forgot. I see y'all. I see freedom of speech. Oh yeah, freedom. Yeah, we listen. Freedom in America is an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got freedom of speech until we say things they don't like. So we got freedom of speech. We got freedom of speech only when we saying things that they rock with. If I truly had freedom of speech, then when I was putting out videos about the vaccine and how it's harmful, they wouldn't have been getting deleted. Talking about medical misinformation. It's called informed consent. You know, so if I really had freedom of speech, or freedom of speech really existed, then the way it's supposed to work, oh, we have a vaccine. You supposed to allow the pro-vaccine folk to talk, and you supposed to allow the people that's anti-vaccine to talk, and you supposed to allow that person that's caught up in the middle to hear both sides and make an informed decision based off of the information given from both sides. That ain't the case these days. They gonna tell you if you anti-vax, oh, medical misinformation, video deleted like it didn't even exist. That happened to me more than enough times. More than enough times. Ebony, man, we talked about the Brat probably the first 30, 40 minutes. Little thing about this here channel, we dive into other subjects midstream, but we definitely touched on the Brat in that particular situation. And again, even when I was talking about that particular situation, I don't want anybody to misconstrue it like mugs out here just hate the Brat, hate what they got going on. It ain't even about all of that. It's about looking at the bigger picture of how they eventually, like how we gonna see more of that, and we gonna see more celebrities promoting that type of lifestyle, and that's gonna eventually phase the black male out of the picture, or at least that's what they are striving to do. And this ain't even an opinion, like this is stuff that they have written about. The power structure, you know, the powers that be, big brother, whatever you want to refer to them as, they have written about this being a part of the agenda. You know what I mean? Turning the black man against the black woman, kicking the man out of the household. This is the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like they have written this. As Nas said, it was written. You know, it was big time written. So I ain't got no listen, I ain't got no problem with the Brat now. Shoot, I listen to some of the Brat old music and whatnot. You know, Funkdafied, all of that is my joint. But I just know when somebody is being used as a puppet to push a certain agenda. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's happening. And we're gonna see way more of that. You know, we're gonna see a lot more of that. But again, every time we speak on that, it is a problem. So I don't like how America, like we got to sit here and accept their side all the time. We got to allow them to push this life on us. But then the moment we say something in opposition to it, we hating, we this, that, and the third, we negative, all of that. Like, no, we should be able to disagree with that lifestyle. We should be able to see it from another angle. We should be able to see it from another angle. The black family has been under attack since we done been here. You know what I'm saying? Since we done been here, the black family done been under attack. The black man done been under attack. The black woman done been under attack. No, hey, now keep in mind, my sisters, when the black man is under attack, y'all are also under attack. So with them trying to phase out the black man, best believe they messing with y'all true nature as well. Hence how you got sisters that's with this masculine energy all of a sudden. So again, when the war on black men is an indirect war on black women. So you got to understand that when them trying to phase out the black man is putting you in an unnatural position. So it's tampering with you, tampering with your quality of life. So we got to understand that it ain't just necessarily a war on black men. You know, that war on black men, it affects you too. It affects you too, 100%. So again, that's why it's a war on black people in general. So again, them phasing out the black man, them trying to eliminate the black man out the picture, it is forcing you to adopt the energy that you don't even want to adopt. You don't want to be masculine. That is why women are walking around angry. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't, like, you don't want to be masculine. You don't want to have to do that. You don't want to have to live like that. It's unnatural for you to be harboring all of that masculine energy and having to take on all these masculine roles. It's unnatural. Like, you angry. Your hormones are going to be all out of whack because this ain't a natural way of living for you. And then you get with a dude and he feminine. Like, you really mad now because now he acting like how you really want to act or how you really should be acting naturally. You know what I'm saying? So like now it's really pissing you off because now you seeing this dude, he acting all emotional and you like, man, that's how that's me. That's supposed to be me. But now I got to deal with this from this dude who's supposed to be taking on the road that I got to take on. So now I got to be strong for this dude when he's supposed to be strong for me. It's all out of whack. It's all out of whack. Like it's all out of whack. It's all bad for real, if you ask me. I feel sorry for us all. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna keep pushing this nonsense, man. They're gonna keep pushing it. And like I said, they're gonna get these celebrities. These celebrities, they need the celebrities to push all the lifestyle. You know, and that's just the unfortunate reality. Like, if you don't believe that it's still a war on black folk, black men, black women, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You've been living under a rock for a very long time. If you think there is no agenda out here targeted towards us, If you don't think that that's so, you just been living under a rock. And you just refusing to open your eyes at this point. Because last time I checked, the power structure, the same power structure that resulted in the enslavement of our ancestors is still intact. It's still the power structure that runs us to this day. Last time I checked, the same powers, the same government, the same governmental system, you know what I'm saying, that was created when our people were enslaved, is still the same exact system that runs us to this day. Last time I checked. So if that's the case, things did not change. Could not have changed. The same racist system that was designed at the time where your ancestors were enslaved is the same racist system that is still running things today. Running things today. Maybe I missed something. I don't believe the government was ever overthrown. I don't believe this system was destroyed and rebuilt. I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. But I don't think that ever happened. You know, it just shifted with the times. It was more physical. Now it's psychological. It was more overt. Now it's covert. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It was more above ground. Now it's underground. But it's still the same. It's still the same exact system. This system, the same system that never cared about black folks, is still the same system that exists today. Oh, what y'all thought? You know, Obama became president and y'all thought that meant things really changed? We done already told y'all that was some nonsense. Yeah, we done already told y'all that. Y'all think that happening was like a symbol of change. No, it was not. It wasn't. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It was not. Peace to everybody. Peace to everybody that's tapping in for sure. You know, so it is what it is, man. We fighting the war. We fighting the war. And as I said, the war that's on black men, it is a war on black women. If it's a war on black women, it's a war on black men. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about that. You know, so this war on black men is a war on our black sisters as well. And it's almost indirect. Because when they phase us out, y'all got to take on the role that y'all ain't really suited for. Not saying that y'all can't take the role on, but y'all ain't suited for it. Y'all shouldn't have to take the role on, but that's how everything's designed. Leora for sure, 100%. Boy, I'm telling you, those settlement checks, all that, boy, it'd be big. I remember, y'all know I'm from the area. I grew up right around the corner from where Mike Brown was killed. And not only that, I worked at the bank where the Mike Brown Foundation, they had an account. So I saw the money. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw all of this. So not only did I grow up around the corner from where Mike Brown was killed, man, I worked at a bank where Mike Brown, the father of Mike Brown, they had the Mike Brown Foundation account. Like I seen all of this, man. I seen this with my own eyes, like what was going on. Like I seen it. I seen some folks. Listen, I know some stuff, man. I just know some dirt went down with the Mike Brown Foundation with the money. Muzz was pimping. It was crazy. Muzz was pimping the man, taking the money. It was real in the field out here, man. It's just real in the field. Like I saw some things just working at the bank where they had the foundation, like where they had that account. It was crazy. It was crazy. You know, that's the messed up thing about us, man. You can't just, like, you throw money at us, it doesn't solve anything. That's why I tell people, if they gave us reparations, if they gave us black folks some money, we just gonna give it right back to them. We're gonna give it right back to them. We gotta have financial literacy before we get the money. I used to have this argument, not even an argument. I used to have this debate with my pops. You know, my pops think the solution to everything is just more money. I was like, no. I was like, you could give black folks more money. What we gonna do with it though? We gonna give it right back to the enemy. We gonna give it right back to the people that enslaved us. We're not gonna do right with the money. I'm like, I worked in banking. I seen it all the time. I worked in black neighborhoods. I seen people get $10,000 back for tax money, and they would owe the bank. They would have a second account there, and the account is in the negative, and they wouldn't even pay $300 to get that account back in the positive. They're gonna withdraw all the money, let that account let that account overdraft and whatnot, and get charged off. When all you had to do was take 300 out that 10,000 to pay that off, to keep that account in good standing. Wouldn't even do that. Tricking the money off. I seen brothers take a large portion of their tax money, go to strip clubs, wasting it. I seen it. I've seen it. I have seen these folks have car problems, legitimate car problems, get 8 to 10,000 back tax money, and I see them 2 months later, tax money gone, car problem still there. What did you just do with this money? You didn't go fix your car. What are you doing? Like, what you doing? I seen it. So again, you could throw money at black folks, but it ain't gonna solve a problem. If we don't have the financial literacy, if we don't have the knowledge of what to do with this money, how to properly invest it, you know what I'm saying, how to build on it, we gonna give it right back to them, and we gonna end up right back in debt. We gonna buy all the designer clothes. We gonna buy all the garbage, all the stuff that doesn't accumulate value. We gonna buy the stuff that loses value as soon as we buy it. And we still ain't gonna own anything, because again, we gonna waste all that money. So I told my pops that I was like, man, I'm like, you can get these folks. I was like, I see it every day. I see folks, I see black people making decent money, but still broke because they misusing the funds. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you, man, listen, you can throw more money to these people, man. See what I'm saying? I done seen it firsthand. So that ain't gonna solve a problem at all. Just throwing more money at a person ain't gonna solve a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's unfortunately that's what happened a lot of time, man. When some of these folk, they children get shot by the cops, and they just throw money at them. And next thing, man, that parent ain't been educated on what to do with the funds. Next thing you know, that account has zero. You had 250,000, a couple mil in there. Now, like a year later, it's at zero, and you ain't got nothing to show for it. Y'all will be surprised out here, man. Y'all will be surprised. And I done had people tell me, man, how you blow through $1 million like that? Man, in America, right? $1 million ain't nothing to blow through. Y'all will be surprised at how fast you can go through $1 million. Y'all will be surprised how you can blow through $1 million and ain't got nothing to show for it, I should say. How you can go through $1 million and have nothing of value. It's very possible. It's very easy to do. Plenty of people do it. You know, so it's fun. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I hear people used to tell me all the time, man, how somebody gonna blow through $1 million in 6-7 months? Man, y'all be surprised. They start looking out for family members. They start looking out for random family members that they ain't heard from in 20 years. They start giving all these folks money. Man, you start throwing money everywhere, man. That million be going in 2 months. I know people that have paid their family members rents, things like, man, it's all type of nonsense. That money ain't went nowhere. They didn't went on all these extravagant trips. I have seen it all, man. It is nothing for some money to be blown. Nothing. Especially inflation now, man. Stuff costs a lot of money. Simple stuff. I didn't seen some money get wasted, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't want to speak on that business like that. I don't want to put the brothers in, but I seen accounts go from a few $100,000 easily to zero in some months, and they did nothing really of significance. Like, they net worth didn't increase. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. So we got to do better out here, man. Leora, you say holidays, gifts, fancy food, club. Man, listen, I'm going to speak on this real quick, and then I'm going to Speaking of fancy food, man, I had a client that told me. Now I know the restaurant they went to because I used to one of the banks I worked at. This fancy restaurant where the food is actually garbage. This fancy restaurant used to have an account at one of the banks I worked at. But listen, I had a client say she just went out. She celebrated her friend's born day. I think the friend. I don't know how old the friend turned, but they all went to this extravagant restaurant, Roof Chris. Y'all may have heard of it. And I forgot how many of them it was. I think it might have been like 5 of them, 5 or 6. She said, "Man, she said the bill came out to be like $900." Stop! You got to be kidding me. $900 for 6 of us, like 5 or 6 of us. That's crazy. That's crazy. I was like, yeah, nah. But like I say, and then she was like, the food was garbage. So I'm like, man, y'all just spent all this money on some food that was trash. You do that enough times, man, you can see how you can waste some money. But you know, we stuck on statuses and all that. We feel like if we eating that Roof Chris, it's a status symbol. We feel like if we eating at these fancy restaurants, it's a status symbol. We like to appear to be living larger than we really are or really should be living. You know, all for social media. You know, we want to be on Instagram at the fanciest restaurant taking pictures, showing people we can afford this food. Next thing you know, we done went to this restaurant 3 or 4 times a week, and now we broke. I'm good. I don't need to do that. I eat at the crib. I will continue to make smoothies at the crib. I'm good. I'm not. If it's 5 of us, 6 of us, man, that bill come up to $900, man. We got to reevaluate our lives. Like that food, if we spending that much collectively on some food, that food should come with some superpowers or something. There's no way. There's no way. Like I might have had a stroke or something if I would have saw that. Like I'm like, man, no, never spending that much on some food, never. It's never happening. Y'all just not finna get me, man. That's not happening. But you know how us folk be. We like to be bougie out here. We like to be bougie. It's all about status with us. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what it is with y'all people. Get y'all peoples, man. These y'all people. Get y'all people. Get y'all peoples, man. Y'all got y'all peoples out here spending all this money on some food, and we all unhealthy and whatnot. But then when I tell them to invest in some organic fruits and vegetables, oh, that's too expensive. But you can go spend 140, 150 on some trash. On some trash Roof Chris. But when I say buy some organic fruits and vegetables, you like, all right, that's too expensive. But you finna go to Roof Chris though. But when I say, man, you need to eat organic, man, I can't afford that. But in one night, 5 of y'all can have a $900 bill. Man, my client say she was so mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like she was mad. And she said she got like the least expensive items on there and still had to spend like 60 or 70. Nope. I would have, listen, water. Man, I would have drank water. I would have been in that joint not eating. Man, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. It don't get any better to me than fruits and vegetables. So what I'm finna pay that much for? If it ain't if it ain't something that's giving me life, y'all got me messed up. And I feel sorry for some of the brothers that's dealing with sisters that feel like they gotta take them to places like that. Cause I know I wasn't finna do that. Man, I'm not finna. Yeah, we finna go to root. No, we not. If you think that mean I'm broke, then cool. You better listen. Women, y'all better start appreciating that dude that ain't finna be like, man, listen, that means he say trying to save his money. But y'all want to label him as broke, man. Y'all better quit doing that. Some of the wealthiest people, some of the wealthiest dudes I know ain't finna spend that much money on food. The wealthiest people, I know a dude that used to ride a bike to work. Used to ride his bike to the gig. And I know he had a few million sitting in the bank. But if you would have looked at him, you would have thought he's the brokest dude in the building. Man, please. Forget all that. Man, we not going to root. Why am I spending this much on food? Like, you ought to be thankful for a dude like that. You ought to be thankful for a dude that's asking, man, why do I need to go spend this much money on food that ain't even good for me? Don't call that man broke. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. I don't care about appearances at all. I don't care about going to Ruth Chris taking pictures. I don't care about going to these fancy restaurants like, hey, I'm in here, picture. I don't care about none of that. I care about my health. That's all I care about. I don't care about any of that other nonsense. Then that's real. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I gotta tap on out. You know, I gotta head back to this gym, finish off my day and whatnot. Y'all know what it is. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate all the cash outs. I appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with the kid. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, man. You know, like I said, I'm back at it. You know, we offended folks. We ruffling feathers now. We back on it. I'm back on my Illuminati Bell type of time. A lot of people don't know about that type of time. That's back when I was real ruthless with it. Didn't care about folks' feelings. I'm back on that type of time. We going off, we going in. You know, like I said, it's fuck the government, all that. The CIA, FBI, all them. You know what I'm saying? Like all them. We ain't dealing with none of them. You know what I'm saying? All the alphabets. You know, all the alphabet communities and whatnot. But y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get back to enjoying y'all Wednesday, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all whenever I tap in with y'all, man. Y'all be easy and be safe out here. No, don't be safe, stay dangerous, because it's wicked out here, especially my sisters. They out here praying on y'all, man. So, hey, stay dangerous. Defend yourself, protect yourself at all times. But I'm out, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.